And you're not the top on her list, so she would want you to work a little harder to win her. Okay? Second reason women make you do the chasing is because she probably is not feeling safe with you because she's had some really bad previous experiences where the male gender is concerned and is being wary. So she has all these barricades and walls up in a way to sort of protect her heart. And so she would let you actually work really hard to, win her affection over. And she feels as if the harder a man is willing to work for her affection and her attention, the more dedicated he will be. That usually, though, is not the case. And we can have a separate conversation about that. That there are some men who just chase for the thrill and not necessarily because they want to take women seriously. Right, guys? I'm right, aren't I? Anyway, so, top of mind, these are two main reasons why women make men chase them, all right? We've wasted a lot of time. So I think rather than chasing, women, focus on your dreams. And guess what? Once you do become successful, guess who's going to be chasing you? I didn't hear that. Who? Yep, women, right? So don't chase women, chase your dreams. If you successfully manage to check those dreams, the women will come. Number two. Now, the second reason men shouldn't chase women is because you come across as desperate and sometimes even pathetic, especially when the feeling is not mutual, the love is unrequited, and so much more. Now, listen. I've had a personal experience with a guy who just did not want to take my no for an answer. And in this case, I was not even trying to play hard to get. I genuinely did not want to be with him in his space. Didn't even want to be a friend because. Now, I personally didn't find him. The minute a woman said no to me, I would probably just walk. Like if I was trying to make an effort to get to know her and I got any kind of negative vibe, cool, cut my losses, and I would move on. And I think that's what a lot of men need to do. Because you see, if you do get that kind of woman who already knows what she wants, is a go-getter herself, or has really big dreams that she's personally trying to smash, then, this would become a really big turnoff for her. One, you're desperately looking for her attention. She's told you in more ways than one that she's not interested, but you keep pursuing because you feel as if the more you push, one day she's going to give in. No, back up. Back all the way up, my brother. Back up because it does not work. And trust me, if you have to work too hard to get someone's attention, consider this. It actually might mean that you're coercing her into a relationship with you. Now, who wants to beg another person to be in a relationship with them, especially if they're not interested? Waste of time, waste of energy, waste of money, okay? And over time, yes, you were successful, you won her attention. Guess what? She's now the prize. You're gonna have to work harder and overtime to be able to what? Maintain that attention that she's giving you. You put her on a higher pedestal just because you're the one who does the chase. Where on another level, I believe that you could actually level the playing ground if you do not chase. Yes, you can make yourself available, you can let her know your intentions, but to chase, no, you wouldn't do that, okay? If she's also someone who is used to having men chase her, she's gonna be wondering, why isn't this guy chasing me? And then her attention is gonna suddenly switch to not see all the guys who are coming her way, but you, who's not even paying attention, really. Why does that happen? Her curiosity will be piqued, and suddenly she'll be more interested in getting to know you. Of course, this does not happen every single time, but the times that something like this has occurred, one of the reasons is chasing. Trust me, you're probably going to be the only one working overtime to maintain that relationship. And over time, you'll probably also get very worn out and tired of always being the one to try. So basically, don't start what you can't finish, because you and I both know you're not going to chase her for the rest of her life. You came to the relationship with some level of aggression, with some level of commitments, with some level of promise. And she is going to want to demand those things constantly to keep the relationship going. And you, on the other hand, may not be in that same position. I've heard men say, maybe even in jest, why do you continue to campaign